The attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump sent shockwaves through a nation already teetering on the brink of chaos. The event, etched into the timeline of American history, brought to light the deep political and ideological divisions that had been festering for years. In the immediate aftermath, the nation grappled with the gravity of the situation. This was not just an attack on a former president, it was an attack on the very fabric of American democracy. The attempt served as a stark reminder of the fragility of peace and the ever-present potential for violence in a society riven by political polarization. As news spread, the nation held its breath, waiting to see how this tumultuous chapter would unfold. Would this be a turning point, a catalyst for unity and healing? Or would it further deepen the chasm that separated Americans, pushing them further down a path of discord and distrust? In the digital age, where information spreads like wildfire, it didn't take long for conspiracy theories to take root. Social media platforms and online forums became breeding grounds for speculation and conjecture, with many questioning the official narrative surrounding the assassination attempt. Some theories, fueled by distrust in government and mainstream media, allege that the attempt was staged, an elaborate hoax orchestrated to garner sympathy for the former president. Others went further, suggesting the involvement of shadowy figures and deep state actors, their motives shrouded in mystery. These conspiracy theories, often lacking any credible evidence, found fertile ground in the minds of those already predisposed to distrust authority. The internet, once hailed as a tool for democratizing information, had become a double-edged sword, facilitating the rapid dissemination of both truth and falsehood. The proliferation of such theories, regardless of their veracity, underscored the erosion of trust in institutions and the growing appeal of alternative narratives, further complicating an already fraught situation. Never one to shy away from the spotlight, Donald Trump wasted no time in inserting himself into the narrative. True to form, he seized upon the assassination attempt as an opportunity to rail against his perceived enemies and further his own political agenda. Trump, with his signature blend of bombast and bravado, pointed fingers at his political opponents, accusing them of inciting violence and creating the climate of hatred that he claimed led to the attempt on his life. He painted himself as a victim, a martyr targeted for his beliefs and his unwavering commitment to making America great again. His words, delivered with his trademark fiery rhetoric, resonated with his loyal base, many of whom saw him as a fearless leader fighting against a corrupt and entrenched establishment. However, critics argued that Trump's accusations were baseless and dangerous, serving only to further divide the nation and undermine trust in democratic institutions. Trump's response to the assassination attempt, rather than being a moment for reflection and unity, became yet another battleground in the ongoing culture war that had come to define American politics. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump, while shocking in its own right, was not without precedent in American history. From Abraham Lincoln to John F. Kennedy, the nation has grappled with the tragedy of fallen leaders, their lives cut short by acts of violence. However, what set Trump's response apart from his predecessors was his willingness to exploit the situation for political gain. Past presidents, in the face of such tragedies, had often risen above the political fray, using their platform to call for unity and healing. Trump, in contrast, seemed to relish the opportunity to portray himself as a victim, using the assassination attempt to further his narrative of being persecuted by his opponents. This break from tradition, this departure from the norms of presidential behavior, troubled many who saw it as a sign of his disregard for the dignity of the office he once held. Trump's actions, in the eyes of many, served as a stark reminder of how far American political discourse had strayed from the ideals of civility and respect that had once bound the nation together.